don't know the answer, but do it anyway. Wayne, you gotta try quit out of you. I came home one day from school running and I was crying. I said, Grandmama, they called me short again. She said, well, baby, they didn't lie. She said, your mama's short, your daddy's short, and you gonna be short. She said, but this is the last time you gonna come home to me crying about what someone said about you. They cannot determine your worth. In case you didn't know, success attracts enemies. Progress invites jealousy. If nobody hates you, then you're doing something wrong. Dogs don't run after parked cars. So if ain't nobody barking after you, if ain't nobody hating on you, if there's nobody lying on you and talking about you, what my grandma said, forget what hurt you, but don't forget the lesson that you learned. I ran home and I said, okay, Grandmama, thank you, but I got one more thing. And I think she said, Wayne, stop crying. She said, I'm not going to be here with you always, but one thing I can tell you is you do your best. If you do right, halfway right going to follow you. And when I got older, I said, Grandma, what's halfway right? She said, it just sounded good. Just be quiet, but just do your best. Do your best. I remember a story of a bulldog that ran after an elementary school student every day when he went home. And he would run, and he would run, and he would cry. And one day he said, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of every obstacle. I'm tired of every person that always got something to say. I'm tired that teachers telling me I'm tired of it. On this particular day, I'm going to stand my ground. And he turned around and he picked up a rock. And he raised his hand back and said, not today. And as he got ready to throw it, he turned around and the dog didn't have no teeth. So what is that only has the potential to gum you that you're afraid of? What are you still running after year after year after year? Or just stop and stand your ground. One day I said, you know what? Sometimes in the face of adversity, in the face of fear, we just have to stop and pick up something. I remember when they told me I was interviewing for Church Street Elementary School. I said, Church Street? What is it? Number 32 out of 33 from the bottom when we got there. People breastfeeding in the front office. No cover, just standing there, and I thought, okay. Dr. Dobbins and Miss Anderson was there at the time. Simone Wilson Hunt. I said, guys, we can do this. And I stood on top of the table. And I gave my speech and said, you ain't that elite no more. But I knew that I could have what I said. So if there are challenges that you're facing, change what you're saying. I talked to a colleague. I said, how was your little last year? Well, I said, I want to hear about what I didn't do that. Even if they scored 32 out of 33, my grades are increasing. I got a phenomenal staff. Parents are supportive. You can have what you say. Stop complaining. Because the more you stay there, the more you grow there. And nobody really don't want to hear it. I was sitting here last year. And at the end, someone said, well, I didn't hear any scholar's name called. How's it going over there? I said, we were at 98 and 99%, so we couldn't get 8 points for thank Because you never know what a person's intent is. So they coming to pat you on the back, or they're looking for a spot to stab you. People can't determine your elevation. That's what you're going to have to do. Why? Because what you have in your life is too valuable to be played with or played over. Some people who used to like you now hate you. It's not an outward hate, it's a hate on the inside that emanates out of them. See, your light is outshining theirs. So they're trying to say things to you, your high school, your middle school, your elementary school, to get you off your game. They don't realize it's your light that's causing them to be seen. So stand up and be who you've been called to be. I was told that my anointing is in my authenticity. I can't be you, I don't have the same skill sets. I'm 5'2", 3/4 and a half of an inch tall. But I have everything on the inside of me that's going to cause me to rise. So don't look at yourself and see what you don't have. Focus on what you do and then move from there. I came in this morning and I said, you know what? Hold your head up. Sometimes anybody ever cried on the way in? And then cried on the way home? I said, it has to be more for me. He said, stop saying that. I put in everything that you need to turn this world around. Sometimes, I remember Dr. Henry saying some years ago, we have to learn to discipline our disappointments. Sometimes you have to unbecome in order to become. Had they not said that about you, had they not lied on you, had that plot against you actually worked, had they not put you on the list again, had you actually got the promotion, had they not cheated on you, had the elevation not occurred, what am I saying? What are you willing to give up in order to go with? Sometimes you get everyone with the same mindset, the same. I walked into school and said, how you doing, Mr. West? Today's the best day of my life. This 8th grader turned around. He said, no, some of us about tired of you saying that. I said, but this is the best day of my life. This is going to be your best day too. Instead of saying, man, none of my students are doing well. How about saying, you know what? I got progress every year. I don't care if it's 1.25% growth. You grew. Don't hold your head down when you walk into a meeting. I used to go in the meetings, I see Church Street, I turn around and get ease and go right back like I had to go to the bathroom. Then one minute I thought, you know what? That's me. Those schools are representation of me and my staff and my parents and my students. So Church Street is here. And once I change me, my environment changes. Once you change your environment changes. I told a leader this morning, they would have, I said, you know what? I felt the same way 8 years ago. But still I rise. I told somebody that our school had placed, and I'm closing, they gave me 7.5 minutes. I told them that our school had placed number 3 in the world, not one person clapped. Not that I was expecting to clap. I said the world. You gonna answer me? I said the word. Don't ruin your life because you're afraid of what you have. Walk in with your chest out. When you see somebody, speak to them because you never know what they're going through. Be the best version of you that you can be. So make a decision. Today I heal from things that were not in my control. Today I heal from other people's opinion of me. Today I heal from what they said about me, even if it was true. Today I heal from what clouded me and tainted my perspective. Today I heal from what I didn't do. Today I heal from past failures. Today I commit to building a better tomorrow today. Today I am wiser. Today I am stronger. Today I proclaim I will be the leader that my school needs. And on the way to building that road, here's some impulse to live by. People only see the decisions you made as a leader. They don't see the choices you had. Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't even take advice from. Those who won't move would never stand up and notice they are in chains. People who are not called to your future can't see you in it. How you wake up will determine how you show up. I command my day every morning. I wake up expecting favor. I wake up expecting progress. I wake up expecting increase. I wake up expecting doors to open for me. One of the hardest truths to accept is nobody really cares about you. How many students come to your school behind when they get? Have they ever asked you that? How many have issues outside of school that hinders their progress in school? How many take extra snacks at lunch so they can feed their siblings when they get home? You can't have the one, put that apple back. Let's leave that one alone, let me eat. Because I grew up in a household where they had to bring food, that government cheese. They had to bring food home so we could eat. So don't forget from where you come. Most folks are wrapped up in their own work to worry about yours. People will pretend to smile in your face and secretly enjoy the fact that you have struggles because you told them all is going well in my life. I would never say that. I may say it in my mind and I have to catch myself, but I would never tell you when things are right. Because you're looking for a reason to hate. You're looking for a reason to hate your colleagues. We are one district, one school, united for a great purpose. The more you talk, the more you stay where you are. I was once told that there are people assigned to bless you and people assigned to block you. You choose who you let into your life. Everything in life happens for me, not to me. I'm in control of my thoughts, my actions, and my reactions. Take responsibility for your life and focus on what you can control. Someone who hates you normally hates you for one of three reasons. Either they see you as a threat, they hate themselves, or they want to be you. Don't sway with the wind. Sometimes you gotta stay put long enough to receive your blessing. You left too quick. You move before you learn. There's an African proverb that says a cat that dreams of becoming a lion must lose his appetite for rats. Some of us are trying to walk in a lion body, but we're still acting like a cat. There's a key component of visionary leadership, and it's up to the leader to set the tone for the organization. As a leader, learn to play through the pain. The seeds you sow will determine the harvest you reap. Heard Dr. Denise Stevens. Maya Angelou said this in book. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. She said it's been the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn, because every time I turn around, there's another war to fight. Clayton County Public Schools, I believe in you. I believed in you when I came here. Got in the TAP program, took me 3 times to pass the first certification exam. But I believe, how did you do this? I did well. Went back 3 times. They didn't have a 3 test. And so when I got to the last one, they just gave me that one. I didn't know the best either. I was determined that I was going to make a difference in this district. And what they said, say my name, let that be your calling card.